ora, Prelovers, Preloved Project whānau. I'm Serena Stevenson and this is Kiri Donaldson, and we are here at the Good, the Bad Gallery in Gleninnis, Tamaki, and surrounding us are images from the Preloved Project. And we are here to talk about the Preloved Project, and then also in our talk we'll be talking with Ruth, who was our Preloved Project 2022 Fashion Challenge winner. And so first off, we just want to tautoko the gallery for hosting this talk and for the community for supporting us to do this project. And now we'll talk about what the project is. Preloved Project was a seed of an idea that came to me through a woman that worked, an amazing woman that worked for Auckland Council. The idea came to me in 2019 from Hannah Scott. They wanted to do a story that supported, or a series of stories that supported the circular economy in the Tamaki area, because there is this amazing hub of incredible op shops in the area. So to support the community and the business, they came to me and said, you know, you're passionate about storytelling. What do you think you could do around op shops and supporting circular economy and the local community? So from there I started researching and spoke to a lot of the op shops and the people that work in the op shops and created the Preloved Project. So fast forward to 2022, we partnered with Fresh Concept and to create the 2022 of the project, and the Tamaki Regeneration Company supported us with funding to make the project happen. So you can check out the project on www.prelovedproject.nz. It's being updated at the moment, so it has the 2021 and the 2022 content. It's a multimedia storytelling project about the culture and celebrating the culture of op shops in the Tamaki area, with in mind to expand the project further afield. So Kiri here, I took on board to come along for the 2022 part of the project to help me with the project managing, and there's lots of multi-facets to the project, and Kiri's been integral in making sure that everything works well and that everyone's connected. It's a very community orientated, multiple connected project, so it involves celebrating the connections between people and their stories. So without the people involved in the project, we wouldn't have been able to make it happen. So we visited quite a few of the op shops over the last 4 months in the area, and we spent time in connecting with them and going in and talking with them about who they are, what they're doing, how their culture works. And as we're talking about that, we have one of our op shop managers walking into the gallery from Salvation Army, and that's Kelly, and she's been amazing at embracing the project, and hopefully maybe if she feels comfortable she might want to have a little chat. So we welcome everybody to this talk, and so the first thing I want to talk about is the op shops. And the thing for op shopping for me is that I was, and why I'm passionate about it, is because I was brought up in Manarewa, Auckland, and to my Italian mum and my Kiwi Scottish dad. I have 2 siblings, and mum always used to either make our clothes or take us into op shops, and it just became part of our upbringing, part of our life. And now, as I've got older, I realise that even more so why it's important for us to reuse and recycle, and not only are op shops important because they support causes and support the community and support people in need, which is a really important part of it. The op shops also support the circular economy idea, and part of the Preloved idea for that was that we normalised op shopping more, and we normalised second-hand shopping more. and created a story platform to make it fun and to celebrate it. So yes, we visited the op shops. You can see around us there's quite a few pictures, and we documented with photography and video. And Kiri, I remember you saying to me a little bit about how that made you feel when you were involved in doing that part of the project, and how it sort of...
Well, it really did just open up my own sense of self and my responsibility to my relationship I had with my consumerism and my relationship with fashion, as well as with my relationship with the circular economy. And actually it also highlighted the importance of actually being able to trace where it went, but kind of like not as necessarily as like where it came from, because we're obviously in a Preloved environment, so it's going to come from somewhere else. But through witnessing the interviews and the stories, I was able to really have a much better understanding of how it flushed through our communities and how it helped people. And so that for me was like so awakening, and really has actually changed myself and my own attitude towards shopping in general. Now I'm doing the op in the shopping. So yeah, it's really amazing. Thank you.
Cool. It's been good having you on the journey. A lot of the people that are in some of these images are people that work for the op shops. They're people that volunteer, people that have full-time positions. The volunteer part of the op shops is really integral to how op shops work, and you'll be able to see that on our website. There's a lot of quite a few videos, short films that we've created with Ignacio Navarro, who isn't here at the moment, and these videos are real in-depth, kind of intimate accounts and connections that we had with the volunteers and the managers in the workshops, and they'll be able to speak for themselves and tell their story about what it means to them and what it's like for them to work in the op shops. But one of the things that I've noticed through that is that there's a real passion from these people, and hard work and dedication to the community and dedication to the causes that they're working for. Quite a lot of people that are working for the op shops too have come from experiences in their lives where they may have lost someone to cancer, or they've had been single parents and had children to look after on low income, and really drove them to want to make a difference. And so working in the op shops was their connection to that, which is why I've photographed a lot of portraits of a lot of the people that we've spoken to. And I'll just show you over here. This is Kelly, and she works at the Salvation Army, and you know, when we were in there that day, it was busy and there were lots of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff for a manager in an op shop to have to deal with. There's material, product coming in, product going out, thinking about the people that they have as regulars, and they know some of their needs, so they actually sometimes help with that and helping them find what it is that they need, looking out for things that they need, and displaying some of the products. And I've noticed that over the years with the op shops, they've become quite really incredibly creative at how they display their op shops, and you're walking in, it's like this incredible canvas of amazingness, which is why it's been so great to photograph and to film. Those are some of the things. There's images here, like product images, like that one for example here. I don't know if you can see it, but it reminds me of my childhood with the backgammon game and the game, the cards and things like that. And there's so much about being in this environment that really does bring back memories and is just full of story. This is Paki. We met him in the Salvation Army, and he told us that he goes to op shops to look for red clothing. So op shops I've found is really good if you want to find something specific. And Paki's just totally looking incredible in his red clothing. And as an artist, you know, I like to photograph people to empower them and to have an experience with them. I don't like to photograph or film people where I feel like I'm taking something from them. It's about having a connection with them and giving them a moment in time where they actually have fun hanging out with me and my camera. And that's hopefully what I find happens in most of the times that I connect with people. This little girl and her mum, they actually had come up from, I think it was Thames and Tauranga, and this little girl had just been in the Starship Hospital to get a hearing implant made, and she was really excited about being in the Salvation Army, and it was because she loves op shopping. She's super passionate about it, right to the point where whenever she has a birthday party, she invites all her friends around and they all get, was it $10, Kiri? I think $10 each, and they all go to the op shops, and that's her birthday party, and they get to spend their $10. So it was really amazing meeting them. So a lot of the work is about documenting the essence and the feeling and the connection of the people that we meet along the way. So you can see more of that on our website, and you can also, like I said, you can look at the videos. Come in.
Hey, just can you say hello?
Yeah, come in. And we're over here. This installation is a shelving that I got from the Free Cycle Facebook page, so it was free, and it is what I've called the swap box. So this idea I came up with for 2021 Preloved, and it's all about bringing something in that you've loved, putting it in one of the cubby holes and writing a little story about that item and leaving it there, and then someone can come along and replace it with their own little item and story. So it's a lovely little analogue exchange of story. So that's part of the Preloved project, and I'm happy to say that I think I'm going to keep that in the project because I think it's really cool and it's really meaningful. And then over here, on the other side of the gallery, we have images that represent our fashion challenge, and the fashion challenge is a idea that I came up with originally to invite people in the community to be styled by a stylist, but then a friend, Pip Hartley, suggested that we turn it into more of a challenge where we give each person $50 and they have 2 hours, and we give them a map. So that's what we came up with. We invited people to do that for 2021, and then in 2022 we put a call out and we found these 10 amazing people. They came to the gallery space on a Saturday morning, and I workshopped with them, gave them the brief and rundown of what they had to do, and Kiri handed out the $50 envelopes, and we started the time at 10 o'clock, and we gave them the map of all the Tamaki op shops, and they had to race around, and they had to style themselves from head to toe, including accessories, earrings, scarves, shoes, and we also gave them a brief to find a little item that represented them or that they felt connected to, that they could share a story from, and that would be part of the story and part of the photo shoot. And then after the 2 hours, they came back here to the gallery, and we had a fashion shoot set up for them, and I photographed them, and we interviewed them as well about their experience and about who they are. And then I selected an artist, Ali Skeet, visual artist, to collaborate with me to make these storytelling artworks design as the full artworks with the photography. So it's a multimedia collaborative process with the participants, visual artist, myself, photography, and then we also I went through and listened and transcribed through all their interviews and picked out a quote from each person, and then all of these artworks were displayed as phantom posters. You might have seen some of them around the streets of Auckland. So my goal for this is to make it bigger and further, and digital billboard it and take it further and all around other parts of Aotearoa, and yeah, maybe even I have another idea which is pretty huge for it too, but I won't share that until it happens. So we're going to call Ruth, who is our Preloved project winner, and get her on the phone. And we're going to call Ruth now. I'm going to turn on my speaker because I want you all to be able to hear her, and hopefully we can talk to her about the project. So I'm calling her, and I've got her on video camera, hopefully. Is the sound coming through? I'm calling. Kia ora, Ruth. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Nice to see you. We've got you live. I was hoping that I'd be able to hear you on my speaker, but that's okay. I'm tuning the volume right up. This is Ruth.
Oh, wow. There's the whole team there.
It's the whole team. There's Kelly. And we're all here. So I want to say hi and welcome, and thank you so much for being part of the Preloved project.
I loved it. Thank you.
And we can see your poster over there.
Yes.
And I just wanted to ask you, what was it like for you to be part of the Preloved project?
It was an experience, hey? It was really quite exciting. And, there's sort of the challenge of doing a whole outfit for $50. And then the theme was glamour, so, trying to get bling for cheap. So the shopping experience was quite fun. And then seeing what everyone came back with, I just loved it. I loved how creative everyone was and how they put their outfits together.
Yeah. Did it change your kind of perception of how much you could get in an op shop, or how creative you could be?
The op shops are my go-to places for everything. Every project, anything I'm doing, dress-ups for parties, and but doing it at a sort of restricted budget, and I've got a restricted budget anyway, so that was probably a little bit more than I'd normally spend in one shop. But it was a challenge because of the time, because I'm used to browsing, like just taking my time. But when you've got a set time to go and get everything, come back, put it all together, that was the challenge for me.
Yeah.
I didn't go to too many shops. I only went to one, maybe the three closest shops.
Which shops did you end up buying your outfit from?
So most of it came from Salvation Army family store. Oh, there's Kelly. Sorry, I just realised it's you, Kelly. The main outfit came off the lingerie rack, actually. Just went straight past all the evening wear. I thought, oh no, I won't be able to fit any of that stuff. And then I got a couple of pieces across the road is it the Red Cross? Across the road from?
SPCA.
Oh, the SPCA shop. And then I came back to the shop, and then I was sort of looking at what I had, and I thought, I need a belt. And so I ran across to City Mission and found a belt.
Awesome.
50 cents. on the 50-cent rack. So it was quite great. It was really great.
Awesome.
Just the vibe and being part of a mission, if you like. That we're all on the same page in terms of, save the planet, stop buying new stuff. And it's kind of shocking now. You go into the op shops and you see Anko, which is the Kmart brand. So people are already throwing Kmart stuff away,
Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, Kiri's saying she noticed that too, yeah. And then when you came back on the open day and walked down the catwalk, you totally took that catwalk and you owned it, Ruth. You were amazing. How was that for you?
I had to ham it up. I just hammed it up, really, because, if it's all about the votes, then you've got to get audience participation there. So I'm not a shy person. I'm not a show-offy person either. So that was out of my comfort zone, doing all of that. I just thought, right, I want the votes, I want audience. But so I just hammed it up.
Yeah, it was.
I had fun actually, and it was nice to stay after and talk to all the people that were still hanging around. And I met the habitat owners or the ladies that work there.
Yeah, cool.
I actually went there on Sunday, but I couldn't find anything I wanted to spend the money on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go back before the 23rd. I didn't realise that there was an expiry date, so I better get my skates on. But what I wanted to do was get a couple of friends to come with me and do the same thing again. Do the little challenge.
That's a beautiful idea, Ruth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was trying to ring my friend and he wouldn't pick up his phone, so I was like, okay, missed out then. But I didn't end up spending anything, so I'm going to try and get him to come again.
Oh, I love that idea. Let us know how you go with it all.
Yeah, I'll do some photos.
Okay, that would be great. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Ruth, and chatting with us today. I really appreciate you.
You too.
You're amazing. See you.
I'm going to come over later. I might be able to come over later, but I'm actually working, so I can't. I'm working from home today, but I've got a meeting on right in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Take care. Ka kite.
Oh, she's so cool.
So that was Ruth. She's amazing. So that is the project. The plan is to continue the project around the rest of Aotearoa, and we do also potentially have the opportunity to take it overseas. That would be amazing. Kiri, did you want to say anything? Was there anything that you wanted to say?
I just want to say, everyone go and have a look at the website. It's a really great website. That's where I started. Serena led me to the website for me to have a look at the project and get inside the stories and really have some understanding before I came on as a project manager. Have a look at the website. It's a beautifully laid out website, very easy to use, and then get in touch with us if you guys got any questions.
Yeah, and if anyone ever wants to do any workshops or bring the Preloved project to your community, get in touch with us. hello@prelovedproject.nz.
We are actually we're actually going to a community, aren't we, in September?
Yeah, at the beginning of September we're actually going to the Bay of Plenty. We're going to have the swap box there, and we're going to do a photo booth, and we're going to support a thrift shop ball that's happening
At the Mount. On the 3rd of September.
So there's lots of legs on this project, and essentially for me it's about empowering through multimedia storytelling and making it accessible to everybody. So kia ora and thank you, and lots of love.
Ngā mihi araha nui. Ka kitea. Anō.